All right, welcome back to Coffee Cafe. Right, this is where we last left off. We just finished our last transaction on the end of page 3, so we're going to be moving on to page 4. Right, we purchased our coffee brewer, coffee grinder. We received some shipping, and then now we officially moved the coffee brewer out of miscellaneous suspense. And now all we are left with is the coffee grinder in miscellaneous suspense because we have work that needs to be done, which we also then started to hire LV Remodeling Company to work on the foundation for the grinder. Okay. Now that's that. We're gonna go ahead and continue on forth. And what happened here? It is now Tuesday, right? June 11. Okay. And we end up receiving a bill from LV Remodeling Company. Let's take a look. Okay. Invoice number 1754. Okay. They gave us a due date. Okay. And this was for the remodeling of the interior design of the store for $1,890. Okay. So, because I am entering in a bill, what needs, how should I journalize this transaction? Okay. Okay. So, here's the first, let's go to my chart of accounts and figure it out. What did I pay? What did I do? What happened here? What did I pay for in this case?
Actually, you are paying the remodeling people, and they're just informing you that they hired a person.
They completed a job. They completed the remodeling job for the store.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because Kim Robinson gave us the interior designs. We hired LV Remodeling to design our store.
All right, gotcha.
So in this case, now that we received the bill, they said, here, we finished the job. This is your bill. So in this case,
You're going to record it for subcontractor expense.
correct, because in this case, we did hire them to do a job for us, which is to design the store. So in this case, since they are not officially working for our store, because once again, the our main core business operation isn't to design stores, it is to serve coffee. So in this case, that is correct. We're going to code it to the subcontractor expense account 6510. Okay? And because we received a bill and we're going to choose to pay it later, what else are we also?
Accounts payable.
Good. We're going to be creating an accounts payable, right? Increasing more liabilities, meaning we need to owe more money. So in this case, today is the 11th. We have it for the subcontractor expense. Which is 6510. Then we are putting this on an accounts payable,
which is 20,000.
Okay, for the grand total amount of
$1,890.
Okay, 1890, right? You should have all the information you need in regards to this transaction. So, who did we receive the bill from?
LV Remodeling Company for an interior remodel, invoice number 1754. And I put net 4 because it's 4 days until we have to pay the bill.
Good. Excellent. Interior design store. Invoice number 1754, net 4, because it's due in 4 days. Good. Excellent. Okay. So now that I have my journal in there, right, I can now proceed to my ledger. You're going to post to the ledger. Okay, so in this case, I have a subcontractor expense. So scroll down till you find it. So here you go. Here's labor subcontractor expense. Okay. Today is the 11th. And what happened here? We hired someone to do interior design.
Interior remodel or interior design.
Okay. General Journal, page 4 this time, and it was for 1890. Okay. And then we need to update our accounts payable because we decided to not pay now. We decided to pay LVM remodeling later. So in this case, here I have invoice number 1754.
1760. Oh, yeah, 1754.
Okay.
Told you I worked ahead.
Yep. And then, of course, General Journal, page 4. And we're going to increase our liabilities with the credit of 1890, right? So what was your account balance here? Should give you
75390.
excellent. Good. Right? Good. So now that we updated our journal, we posted to my ledger. I am now ready to post it to my subsidiary ledger. So in this case, LV remodeling. Okay, here they are, LV remodeling. Today's the 11th. What did we do? We got
Interior
into
design store. Invoice 1754. General Journal 4. Terms net 4. And that gives us the date due 6/15.
okay, 615, good.
Uh-huh. And the invoice amount is again 1890 to accounts payable.
Okay, good. Good. All right. So that should be it for that transaction there. All right, because we did the journal, we posted to the ledger, and we updated this subsidiary ledger. Okay. So then now that I'm done with that, let's see what happens here, right? We put the subcontractor expense. Now it says here, we decided to hire Irene Jameson for the in-store help. Okay, we're going to put her in charge at the cash register, the store front, whatever you want to call it. Maybe she's also the server. Okay, so in this case, we're just having her for in-store help. She's going to get paid $12.50 per hour with no extra benefits. Okay, she's subject to work 40 hours per week, Friday through Tuesdays. Okay, that means she has her breaks on Wednesday and Thursdays. Okay, and of course, work is to be starting on the 14th of June. We're going to start training her. And of course, payroll period is bi-weekly, which already started on the 10th. So that means if you look at a calendar, right, we've already mapped it out for you so you can understand how payroll works, right? Now, if the payroll period started on a Monday, right, we're going to record up to 2 weeks because we said on a bi-weekly schedule, they're going to get paid every 2 weeks. So that means if the payroll period started on the 10, we're going to be recording her hours for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's 1 week, Sunday. And then the next second week, which just be the following Monday for the 17th, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that means the payroll period week will end on the 28th. So that means, what that means is the company is going to now begin the payroll process, and we said that we're going to pay our employees that same week the payroll period ends, but we're going to have it readily available by that Friday, right? So this is you need to give us time to process the paycheck information to be able to pay our employees for that Friday. Okay, so that's what we're recording here is the start of the payroll period is going to start on the 10th and it's going to end on the 23rd, but she's not subjected to start working until the 14th, which is a Friday, right? So that means we're already going to start her payroll recording hours on Friday the 14th, right? We got to train her. Okay? So that's just taking a look at there. So, all right. So, do we need to record this transaction?
No,
Why?
because we're not doing anything. I mean, we just hired somebody, but we're not paying nobody. There's no money moving.
Correct. However, this is very important information because it becomes a future payment, right?
Yeah, so you can record it under the employees under the subsidiary one.
Correct. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to record that information in the employees section here. So here, we'll just put in as much information as possible. So pay date, we've already discussed. We're going to pay her on the 28th of June. Okay, but her payroll starts as the 14th. She's going to be in charge of her own timesheet. Okay, so the person we hired name is employee's first name
Jameson
Irene Jameson. Okay, pay rate
is $12.50 an hour.
And right now, since this is the payroll worksheet, I'm not going to process payroll just yet, okay? Because I still have to look at her timesheets and so on and so forth, and also look at a W-4 form, okay? So in this case, that's all the information that I need for Irene Jameson. Everything else that she submits to me, so her application, all that, her W-4 form, her copy of her driver's license, that's all going to be up to Bob to hold on to that, right? I'm just the accountant. Okay. All right, good. Next here, we also hired Tim Harrison to be our Bartista. Okay, he's going to be paid on a salary, roughly about $40,000 for a year. So that means if you split that up, that's roughly about $1,500 per paycheck. Okay, and of course, paychecks are also going to be bi-weekly as well. So there, he's going to get paid every 2 weeks. So we already did the math. If you roughly take 40,000 divided by 26 paychecks, you're roughly going to get $1,500. Okay, and scheduled to start working Tuesdays through Saturdays. So he's going to be taking the main week, right? Sundays and Mondays are usually slower. So in this case, we want to make sure that he's there Tuesday through Saturdays, which is the most main part, right? And of course, his working hours is going to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So he's working 12-hour shifts, okay? Again, no extra benefits, and starts working and training, okay, tomorrow. Okay, and payment period is also the same. Okay, so he too is also going to get paid the same day as Irene because we're just going to put them on the same payroll schedule. All right, so that means he's going to be in charge of recording his own hours as well, right? On the days that he comes into work. But in this case, he's going to be doing 12-hour shifts. Okay, so Bartista, right? We're paying him salary, so he is going to start working from Tuesdays through Saturdays and start working and training. Get used to our equipment produce the coffee, right? Whatever that he's going to be doing, he's the barista, right? So in this case, he's going to start training tomorrow. So what do we do with this information here?
Record it again in the same spot.
Yes, right. We got to put in um, Tim Harrison, right? So in this
Yeah.
case, oh, not yeah,
Should be the
pay
same
date. Yep, yep, yep,
same pay date,
yep.
right?
I just made a typo there. Right. So there you go. We got Tim Harrison. Okay. And he's gonna get not a pay rate, but he's gonna get 12 what was it? Did I say 1500?
1500 per pay period.
Yep. So he's gonna get his gross pay. Doesn't matter how many hours he works, he's gonna get a flat check of $1,500. So his gross pay is already $1,500 no matter what. Okay. So that's how we set up salaries. He's not going to be based on hours that he worked, but he can record his own hours if he chooses to. He's going to get paid. He's going to get paid regardless.
And if he does do the 12 hours 5 days a week, he makes the same pay rate as Irene, which is $12.50.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. But he's working 12 hours though, not 40.
So yeah, so it's 120 hours biweekly. So if you take the 1,500 and divide it by the 120, it's $12.50.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, he's getting paid the same amount. Okay. Awesome. All right.
Amazing when you have extra time to do absolutely nothing.
All right. But okay, so in this case here, we also hired Albert Allen to be our sales representative, okay? So he's going to be a 1099 worker, all right? And of course, he's going to be paid based off of commissions, which is it was going to be about 40% of the sales that he earns. So he's going to be responsible for selling our product to other restaurants, he's going to be basically like a supplier to other businesses and things like that, and he gets to take 40% of the sales that he earns, okay? And that's how he's going to get paid, and other benefits will be deducted from his commissions check, okay? Work to start on the 17th of June, okay? And pay dates is going to be the same as the payroll period. So that means all my workers are all going to get paid the same day, okay? However, this is a 1099 worker, so in this case, he's going to be our commissions worker. So, do we need to calculate any benefits, any deductions for Albert?
No.
No, because he's a 1099 contractor. He's only there. He can come into work whenever he wants. Of course, the more he works and the more he does his job, the more he'll get paid. But if he doesn't come into work, that's on him, right? He chooses his hours. So he's going to get 40% of the total sales. So he's going to be working however many hours for him to get his total sales, right? So in this case, we need to record that in my commissions because he's not ready. He's not going to be working until the 17th of June. However, let's go ahead and fill out this commission section here, right? Who is the person's name? It's going to be Albert Allen. Okay. All right. And he's going to get paid 40%. Okay. All right. All right. And that's it. Okay. So now that we recorded and we hired some employees here, let's see what the next transaction is going to be, okay? So here it is now Wednesday, June 12th, all right? And we purchased a newspaper ad, okay? So we decided to go ahead and go to the Las Vegas Register Journal. All right, here's the invoice number to go ahead and run our newspaper ad for the 15th all the way to the 20th of June. Okay, this newspaper ad will include a 4th-page newspaper ad, okay, for $85 to run that entire week. So the amount due was $85, and guess what? We decided to use our business credit card to pay for this transaction. So, how do I record this transaction?
It's an advertisement expense.
That is 100% an advertising expense. So in this case, today is the 12th, and we purchase advertising. Okay? And we know we have advertising expense, but we've gone through the chart of accounts before. So in this case, let's see what advertising expense is. It is account number 60,000. Okay? Now, how am I paying for this advertising expense?
Your Visa payable.
You're going to be using your business credit card, which is coded as Visa payable. Okay, so in this case, $22,000 is going to be representing our credit card account. So in this case, that's exactly what we're going to do. 60,000, and we said 22,000 for our Visa payable. Okay. And how much did I charge on my credit card?
$85.
All right, and that's how much the advertising was for $85. So you should have all the information you need to be able to finish off your description. So first thing that we have here is, who did we contact? Las Vegas RJ, right? What did we get from them?
Quarter page of advertising.
Okay. And what was the proof of the transaction?
Invoice number 548128. And the ad lasts 6 days.
All right. I don't.
If, in case
Yeah.
you wanted to.
I think this is, for me, it's good enough information. It gets to the point. Oh, let me finish off my parentheses. All right, good. So then, now what? I gotta post this to my ledger. So I incurred an advertising expense. Here we are. This is a 4th-page newspaper ad. Okay. General Journal, page 4, for $85. Right? Wrong one. I like that better. Okay, so there you go. Advertising expense for $85. And we finally started using our credit card. So we're going to go ahead and plug it into our liabilities, right? For the very first credit card transaction, I decided to spend it on LV RJ, right? So this is going to be $12. Now, usually on your credit card statement, what do you normally see appear on your credit card statement?
Who you charged it to?
Who you charged it to, but it doesn't tell you why you charged it, right? There's no place for you to be able to put that. Well, guess what? For this type of ledger, that is where you can fill that missing information so you can know exactly what you charged your credit card for, okay? So that is exactly what you can do too, because through your journal does the same thing. It only charges you for it. You only explain who you charged it to, right? And what amount you charged it to. So in this case, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this as a way to keep track of my liabilities by letting me know what I bought. So in this case, I bought a newspaper ad. And I'm going to refer this to the Las Vegas RJ, right? Because that is going to give you the reference point, right? That you purchased a newspaper ad from the Las Vegas RJ. So that will give you an even better clarification of what you bought. Because oftentimes when you're charging your credit card left and right, and you're not updating your books as accordingly, right? You're going to know exactly that you purchased something from, for instance, Walmart, but do you know exactly what you purchased from them? No, you only know that you charge that place and you charge it for the amount, but you don't know exactly what you bought there. So that's what the ledger could be useful for, is it allows you to further give you details in why and what you purchased, right? General journal page 4 for a credit of $85. Okay, so there you go. I have my very first credit card transaction for $85. Okay. Okay. For $85. So now that I got my journal and my ledger done, we now can go to my subsidiary ledger, because I need to ensure that the Las Vegas Register Journal, I need to make sure that they do proceed to run my newspaper ad, right? So that's the proof that right there that you paid them with the credit card. So you already paid them, right? Because now you owe the credit card company, but you already paid them, and they need to hold up their end of their contract to run your newspaper ad. So in this case, right, I believe Las Vegas RJ is down below. There you go, Las Vegas RJ. Okay, it's the 12th. What did we do? We purchased a 1/4 page newspaper ad. Okay, this is where, since we're on the subsidiary ledger, you can actually put in here that it's to be run from June 15 to June 20th, right? So you can have that there. And I used my credit card to pay. Okay. Invoice number four eight four 548128. Post reference page 4. Terms you paid at time of purchase, so no terms here. And the amount that was on the invoice was for $84. And yes, You made a payment. You used your credit card to pay. So therefore, you should be owing the Las Vegas Journal Register nothing. Okay? Okay. All right. So that was our first look at using our credit card. Okay. So let's see what is next. Okay. It says you ordered a 2,000 advertisement flyers. Okay, so here we are. We went to City Printers. So City Printers, we requested to purchase a total of 200 advertisement flyers, right, to market our store. Here's your order number, 744136. All right, and it's supposed to be picked up for tomorrow. All right, and here's the quantity: 2,000, 7 by 5 flyers. Right, it's going to be colored, which they're going to charge 0.05 cents per copy, per card, per flyer, and this is going to cost you a total of $100, right? A 50% down payment is required, okay? And then payment is to be paid off upon pickup. So in this case, we used our business credit card to go ahead and pay for this down payment. So how do we journalize this transaction here? Okay? How do we record this transaction here?
It would be prepaid accounts.
It will be prepaid accounts, excellent, for the down payment. And what else? How do we pay for it?
Your Visa.
We use our Visa credit card to pay for it. Okay? So good, right? We're not going to code it to advertising expense because why? We only making a down payment, right? Did we actually receive the 2,000 flyers? No, right? We don't even have the flyers to begin with in order for us to distribute as marketing material, right? We are just requesting an order, right? So in this case, they require 50% down payment in case we forget to pick it up the next day, right? The company wouldn't take a huge loss for printing out our flyers for no reason, okay? So in this case, this is a prepaid account. And this is, we used our Visa credit card to pay. Okay. So again, prepaid accounts was 18,600 and Visa is 22,000, right? And how much was the down payment for?
$50.
It was for $50. Good. So we have all the information that we need in regards to this transaction, right? Who did we make a down payment to? Right? To City Printers for the order number of 744136. Okay? And what did we order? You could say 50% down pay on 2,000 flyers. Okay. And you don't need to make a note that you use your Visa credit card to pay, right? Because it's straightforward, right? You already know you use your credit card because you code it to your credit card. Okay. So now that I have all of that information in there, let's go ahead and plug it into my ledger. Okay. So I have some so I got prepaid accounts, which is an asset. Let's see, prepaid. Right here, prepaid accounts. It is the 12th. We made a down payment. What is it? 744136 for 2,000 flyers. General journal page 4, which is going to increase our accounts or prepaid accounts by $50. Right? So you should be now at $6,704.17. Okay? We also have created another liability here. Okay? Right? Because we end up using our credit card to make a payment, right? For the down payment. So down payment to City Printers. General journal page 4. I can just copy that. Okay. Which increased my liability, my credit card balance too, right? So this is the formula you need to do for this. So this one's slightly different, right? It's going to be your previous balance, add your credits because we're on the liabilities now. Credits increase your liabilities, and you're going to subtract the last column on the left here for the debit balance. Okay? And that's going to give you, right now, since I increased my credit card payment or my credit card because I charged my card, I am now owing $135. Okay? Right? Last but not least, since I already have that, I'm going to update my subsidiary ledger. Okay? For City Printers. Okay, here's City Printers. Right? We made a down payment. Down pay on order for 2,000 flyers. And this is where I can go ahead and say that I paid with my Visa credit card, right? Now, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put my invoice number, which is going to be my order number. Was it 744136? Okay, post reference, still on page 4. Terms. Terms could be 50%, and then the next day. But in this case, where I'm not going to put an actual term here because you're going to pick it up tomorrow anyways and pay the rest off of it tomorrow anyways. So there really isn't necessary a term you need to put here, But if you need it to clarify what's going on, you could go ahead and say you could say 50%, and then you could say net 1, right? It's going to be, you're going to pay 50% now, and then it's going to be due, the rest is going to be due in the next day. So in this case, right, that will give me my due date to be tomorrow. So that's why I'm saying that's going to be ridiculous if you do use the terms there, but this one clarifies what you're doing here. Okay? Once again, you don't use the prepaid amounts until you actually receive the bill. So in this case, we're going to treat this order number as if you had to pay the $50 and we use the credit card to make a payment for it. So therefore, right now we owe City Printers nothing until we receive the bill on the other end to pay for it upon pickup. Okay? All right. So that should be it for this transaction here, right? That we recorded that we purchased or put a down payment on the 2,000 flyers. We plugged it into my ledger and I posted it to my subsidiary ledger. Okay? All right. So I'm actually going to stop here real quick.